Good morning and welcome to Fort Zeller Elementary School. This is your principal, Mr. Lynn, and I hope that you had a wonderful Wednesday yesterday. Today is Thursday, April 15th, 2021. It is day 3. Now, before we kick off this wonderful day, I want to invite you, as I always do, to participate in the Mindful Minute. The Mindful Minute is a good way to get yourself, as you know by now, to settle in on this moment, not the past, not the future, but the here and the now. I mean, truly, look around. Smell your surrounding. Listen to it. There are so many things going on that you didn't notice, I promise you, until now that you are paying attention. So we're going to go ahead and move into our mindful minute. But before we do that, let's go. Let's give our senses an opportunity to really experience the here and the now. Okay, so get your body settled. Notice how that chair is holding you up and how the weight of your body is being pulled down. How that chair is supporting you. Okay, using our eyes, look around and find one thing that's interesting and just study it. The shape, the shapes, colors, or maybe just one color. You know, the texture, shiny, or maybe not so much. Just study it, identify it, and truly notice it through your observations. Then, using your nose, take a breath in. Take a breath out and consider what you smell. And then with your skin, notice what do you feel, whether it's the clothing on you or just the temperature of the room that you're sitting in. And finally, pause and listen to the sounds that are going on all around you. Even if you think you're in a quiet room, listen. What are you noticing? What are you noticing now? Now, I like to close my eyes. You don't have to. You can use whatever breathing technique that has been taught to you or that you've developed on your own. I know many of you guys have come up with your own breathing methods. But let's go ahead and take our first breath in through our nose and out through our mouths, giving your shoulders permission to relax. Breathe in and out. Settle into your chair. Allow your body to exist and to notice it. Breathe in. Observe how your belly expands and deflates as you breathe out. And if your mind wanders as you breathe in to other things, just gently and kindly bring your attention as you breathe out back to the here and the now. Notice your toes and your feet as you breathe in. Truly notice them. And as you breathe out, notice your ankles and your knees and your hips. Breathing in, put a spotlight on your belly. Again, watch and observe how it expands as you breathe in and deflates as you breathe out. Same thing with your chest as it sinks. Breathe in and notice your lower back. And breathe out, noticing your shoulders, your elbows, your arms, your wrists, and your hands. Breathe in. Notice your neck. Breathe out. Notice your head. And finally, think about what emotions you've brought to school today as you breathe in. Don't push them away. Allow them to tell you what messages they need to tell you as you breathe out. Work on accepting those feelings and not pushing them away. Breathe in and breathe out. Now in a moment you'll hear a bell or a chime. Listen to it as it gets quieter and quieter. And when you can't hear it anymore, you may then open your eyes and awaken to the world that is around you. Welcome to a new day right here at the fort where you are loved, where you are cared for, and where we want you to succeed. Now, whether you have a great day or not, that's ultimately your choice. So choose wisely, work at it, and enjoy the rewards. At this moment, please stand and face the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Go ahead, take a seat. I want to thank you for joining me in the Mindful Minute, those of you guys who did. Again, it's always an option. And I'm so glad that some of you guys are doing it, even if maybe most of your class isn't doing it. Love that you are doing it. It's always great for me to know that some of you guys are practicing the breathing techniques. And that's really cool. Don't forget, here at Fort Zeller, we have 3 expectations. They're pretty simple. You already know them all. Number 1, show that you're respectful to yourself as well as to others. That means showing integrity, being respectful with the things that you would be proud to do, even if no one else is looking. And yesterday, when I was in a second grade classroom, there were 2 of the boys who shared with me, pulled me aside and shared with me moments of integrity when they took care of their environment and were responsible for their environment, even when they knew nobody else was watching. Picking up some trash on the ground, things like that. Which brings me up to our next B, which is be responsible. Being responsible with taking care of your school, being responsible and taking care of your friends and classmates. And yes, kids, you can take care of your teachers too. Being responsible and taking care of your teachers. And you know what? You want to be responsible with the words that come out of your mouth. Yes, it's okay to be angry. It's okay to be frustrated. But how are you going to express it? Are you going to use words that are hurtful to other people who have nothing to do with how bad your day might feel, right? Use kind words. Be heroes in that way, okay? Same thing with your hands and with your feet. You want to use them in helpful ways, not hurtful ways. And if you're able to do that, you're being responsible. And finally, show that you're ready to learn, ready to have fun learning, ready to allow yourself to understand. Sometimes you'll be frustrated with learning. You don't want to write. Maybe you don't want to do the math problem, whatever it is. But can you switch your mind to accept that and perhaps find some parts that are good that you can enjoy anyways? Right? That's being ready. Same thing with being ready in the hallways when you're in line, being ready in the cafeteria for lunch, being ready to ride the bus, being ready to take care of that iPad, right? And finally, in the month of April, we are celebrating and spotlighting the character trait of perseverance. That means don't give up. I don't know how much more easily I can explain it. When things get hard, when things get tough, it's okay to say that you're frustrated. It's okay to say you want to give up. But the responsible thing to do is try to find ways to get through it, right? Especially here in school, we're never going to put you in positions where you're set up to fail. We want you to struggle a little bit, believe me, but we also want you to struggle so you can get stronger and better, okay? That's the whole point of school, and by the time you guys leave Fort Zeller, hopefully you will practice integrity and perseverance just as much as you have practiced reading and math and science and social studies. Now, before I leave you on, make sure every student here at Fort Zeller hears something that I believe that every kid needs to hear every day from somebody that loves them. And that's this: I love you, and I like you just the way you are. I challenge you to say those words and mean it to friends and classmates as well as teachers and, yeah, maybe your principal. All right, can't wait to see you guys around. Let's make it a great Thursday.